Minecraft, 0% sugar, but 100% fun. Where else can you elevate skeletons, build a skyrail system, and go spelunking all in one place? I don't know. Let's get started. And so there's a skeleton riding the elevator, almost as fast as I can climb a ladder. And then he will come out to the top, and eventually we'll have a nice glass room here. Oops, yeah! Brian will drown himself. But yeah, he'll come out up to the top, and then we'll put him in a glass room, and then he'll die in there. Alright, and there's another one. Okay, so I think the elevator is working. So that's exciting. Yeah! Alright, the elevator might be working too well at this point. I wonder if I should cap it off just for the moment, so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, but I have a lot of sand cooking into glass over here, and so I can start making more of a glass house on the surface to encase the skeletons that come up the elevator. Yeah, so this will be exciting. We'll try it out. Okay, so I've built a glass house around the top of the elevator, but I don't seem to have any skeletons coming up right now, and so next thing I guess is to go and see if the spawner is working and what exactly is going on over here. Alright, the spawner hasn't spawned anything, and so there's two possible reasons. One is it's too covered in water. Oh, there's one finally. And the other is that there's too much light coming in, because I have light both streaming in from the doorway, as well as from the daylight that's kind of over here. But I am getting a skeleton going up there now. And so I think I might need to basically cover up the ladder hole. And so I'm going to try that, basically to prevent the daylight from coming in. Then I'll also go ahead and close up what's in front of the door here, like so, to ensure that area stays dark. Alright, so one skeleton came up there and died, but let's go ahead and I guess I will break that in order to cover that up. Okay, and by covering up the light sources here that are going down either the glass or the ladder shaft, hopefully, maybe, possibly, that will create more darkness down in the depths below where the skeleton spawner is. And so maybe we'll see more coming up here, but I also don't know, like, what's the range of a spawner? Like, is it possible that I'm too high above it right now that it doesn't bother spawning enemies? I don't know. And so we'll find out soon enough. Gonna go ahead and grab this arrow while I'm here. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit and wait for a minute and see if any more come up. Give me some more time in a dream. Give me the hope to run out of steam. Somebody said we could be here. We could be roped up, tied up, dead in a year. I can't count the reasons I should stay. One by one they all just fade away. Does anybody else watch that show? I'm sure some people do. Community is a good, fun comedy on NBC these days. And sadly, we don't seem to be getting any more skeletons, so I'm going to come back down here and see if I can figure out what might be wrong. And yeah, sure enough, now when I'm down here next to it, now I just heard one spawn. I'm going to cover this back up and see if I hear any more spawn. Yep, I hear another one splashing around in there now as well. And so, maybe I'm just too far above it that they don't bother to spawn if you're not within a certain radius of the spawner, maybe? Because now I think I've heard at least 3 spawn. And so let's go back up to the surface. And there's skeletons going up the elevator. Oh, alright, only there's been 1 so far. Alright, well I think I'm going to have to spend some time off camera researching what's going on here to ensure that the spawner stays spawning. So I will spend a little bit of time doing that, but we also might take a change of pace and work on something else for a little bit. Yeah, but I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I went on the Minecraft wiki and discovered that a spawner only activates if you are within 16 blocks of it. And I haven't counted to see how far down I am. But basically the spawner is over in this direction about 5 blocks forward and left of this point. And furthermore, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm too high when I'm on the surface. Okay, well, that won't be terribly easy to fix. Other than I could basically, just kind of sit down here in the hole, waiting for them to spawn and then come up here at night. Alright, so I'll have to think about if and what I want to do about that. Yes, in order to make this more fun and exciting. I could also terraform the whole layer and I guess rebuild this glass house like down on the seafloor. There's a bunch of things I could do. If you have any opinions, you could put them in the comments, because I think I'm going to walk away from this project for a few days. I do have a few episodes that I've been kind of cooking up in advance, and so it's a few days between when I see your comments and am able to actually react to any of them. But the sun is going to be going down now, and so I think I'm going to go take a nap in bed. Actually, I'm going to grab whatever remaining glass is cooked up out of here, and then go home and take a nap in bed. And yeah. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do next. I'll see you guys in a bit. Just as a heads up regarding my little shelter, I've gone ahead and broken up a few different chests. One for rare items one finds in dungeons. One chest just for cobblestone. And then over here at the doorway, I have a chest for pretty much everything else. And so now I feel a whole lot more organized. So now I'm really ready for a night's rest in Minecraft. And tomorrow, I think we're going to go back and do a little bit more spelunking and lighting things up and picking out all the ores we've left behind down in these dungeons. Alright, so I'm down near spawner number 1, and I remember that it's not very far to go down to spawner number 2, and I'm pretty certain that around spawner number 2 there's both ores that I haven't collected, as well as more stuff to explore. So, come with me as we explore now. Alright, it looks like there's somewhere to go down here. Ooh, my diamond pick is almost out. I'm really going to have to go and... I have diamonds back at the Cliffview home. Alright, well that was boring. There was nothing inside this little cavern. Typically, I will mark off dead ends as dead ends. Just by marking them with torches, but sometimes when it's just a little dead end and there's no reason to ever go back there, I'll also just close it off, like so. Sorry, it's gotten a little dark in this corner, but there is some iron here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go back to the Cliffview home and tear into my diamond store in order to create another diamond pickaxe. I think there's darkness over here as well, so let's check out what's over here. It is another dead end. Well, that's not exciting at all. What about the ceiling here? There's some coal. But otherwise, it looks like we have ceilings all along here, and even over in this corner. There's some iron on the ground over here. All right. Well, that was not exciting. I was thinking there might be a whole system of caves back there. I'm going to grab a few of these ores, but I think basically go back to the surface and plan to make a trip back to the Cliffview home in order that I can pick up some more diamonds, so that I'll be able to keep mining as I need to. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. It is pretty nice that each time I walk past the spawner, 1 or 2 skeletons spawn, and so it is fun just to watch them come up here and then die in the sunlight. And so, even if this isn't working perfectly yet, since when I'm standing on the surface it's never spawning, it's still pretty entertaining for me. And so I'm going to go ahead and wait for him to die, which should be any moment now, and then I will walk in here and grab a bone and a bone and an arrow. Alright, and I'm going to head to the Cliffview house since it is midday. And, ooh, the best way to get up there would be via Skyrail, which I keep forgetting is one of the reasons that I built the rail system, to make it easier to get back and forth between places. And so I'm going to ride the Skyrail. Welcome to the Skyrail. Next stop, Cliffview Home, in about 600 meters or so. Actually, I guess the next stop will be the tower. That's still a couple hundred meters away from the Cliffview Home, but this will still be faster than walking. See you guys when I'm there. It turns out that I had lots of useful supplies in the shelter that is near the tower by the Cliffview Home. And so, at this point, I have stocked up my inventory with a bunch of extra stuff, including a fresh diamond pickaxe, some rails, some gold, some saddles, and monster remnants. And so I'm going to take all of that stuff back, but I'll take it back tomorrow since the sun is going down. I'll go ahead and sleep here for the night. After bringing back the booty from the other shelter, I've collected all these saddles, so we are going to have plenty of chances to ride pigs at a whim's notice. I've had so much dungeon luck lately. And then here is kind of an accumulation of all of the stuff I've created. I have enough gunpowder and sand that I could start creating some TNT at some point if I want. I had some spare rails at the other house, and I have some gold and some iron now that I've accumulated. So I'm going to build some more rails and then start working on the Skyrail system again. So I will spend some time doing that and see you guys in a little bit. I don't have a way down. Alright, well, there's always fall damage. Ouch. Alright, so I laid about 150 more meters of track. But now, before the sun goes down, I'm going to head back down into the caves to do some more spelunking. So, I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I'm here by the first skeleton dungeon, the lower skeleton dungeon. And it looks like possibly there's some darkness up here that I haven't visited yet. So let's check it out. And I hear a spider. Eep. And I don't have enough room to jump up here. Well, sadly, there's nothing up here, but there is a spider nearby, and I think I hear him in this direction. So let's go look for him. Where am I? Somewhere I've been before. But it looks like I haven't explored up there. So let's get up there. Alright. Darn. Every time I think I found a cave system, it turns out to be a tiny little crevice. But there is still a spider noise coming from... Can't tell what direction the spider noise is coming from. Darn. Oh, there's the spider. He's walking around on the floor over here. Well, if he's walking around on the floor over here, one has to imagine that somewhere nearby there is some darkness. So let's go find it. Hello, Mr. Spider. Aha, there's darkness. Now we're cooking. Oh yeah, there's plenty of darkness all around in here. Do-do-do-do-do. Let's go exploring. I see some light below. Does that mean we're at a lava source? Or somewhere else I've lit up? I see some iron. I see diamond. I see gold.